Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Jack, congratulations. You're moving right along through the manual very quickly. Right now doing the number 7 speech, which is research the topic. And for this speech, the speaker is to select a subject of importance to the audience that requires a large amount of research. The speaker is to collect information from numerous sources and carefully support points with specific facts, examples, and illustrations rather than just the speaker's own opinions. Now, obviously, knowledge is important to all of us. That's what Jack was focusing on, rather than do, go, live, do, do. He did a good job in doing so and relating it to this audience. And he did this in a well-organized way. And I can break down his organization very simply. He started by trying to explain the topic itself, and then he got into the applications of the knowledge of the Army, which of course he was very familiar with, and then thirdly related it to his own personal relationship with knowledge. So he came from a very abstract concept to a better defined one to a more personal one, and I found that very effective as an organizational approach to do this speech. Now, you started off by explaining how you researched a topic, and I really think you didn't need to do that. You basically were doing that to tell us you really did follow the manual and you did have different sources, and I believe that you did. So maybe the next time you do a speech like this, you don't have to justify how you actually did it, although it was nice to know, not essential. You got into defining the terms, and that's where I think you struggled the most. I'm not sure if you lost your way, you lost where you were in your notes, but at this point you were struggling. But you broke out of it and you got back to it. But while you were struggling, you went to your old hand in the pocket technique, and that's your pacifier, if you will. And we've done this before, but much better this time than the last time that I recall talking to, evaluating you with that particular issue with your hand in your pocket. So it wasn't there that long, and once you got comfortable, it was out and you were gesturing and you were doing just fine. And as you got into how knowledge related to your own business, training and doctrine and that sort of thing, you were very comfortable. You were animated, you were smiling, you were beaming, you were clearly in charge of your subject, which was a much different approach, or the way it appeared to us, or to me anyway, than the beginning of your speech, where you were much less comfortable. And then when you got into the personal relationship and wrapped it up, you were comfortable, you talked about your daughter and so forth. So this was effective, the organization being, I think, the strongest part of the speech. A couple of things. I mentioned the hand in the pocket and the struggle you had early with the definitions. The personal relationship things, I would have liked to have heard some examples of knowledge that you gained, specific knowledge, and then how you felt that you no longer had as much knowledge. So all in all, though, a great speech and a good job, and I look forward to another Madam Toastmasters.